Here with us now is head women's track and field coach Kari Kluckhohn. Hi, Kari.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, and especially coming off of the best finish in your tenure at Nationals. You finished in 6th out of your 13 years. That's the best. That has to be one of the best teams you've personally coached. Overall, I'd say things went pretty well for you.
It was an excellent meet. First of all, the women were great together. Definitely treated Nationals like a team meet versus individual. They were a lot of fun, and they had a great purpose going in. They were very focused and ready to perform.
And starting with Liz Composto in the pole vault, that was the very first event on Thursday in Canton, New York.
Yeah.
And she top vault of 12 feet, 3.5 inches. She finishes in 8th place. It's a great finish, an All-American finally outdoors.
Yeah.
So she gets that accomplishment. I think she had a great day too.
Yeah, it was great to see her start us off. Our goal was that everyone would be able to be All-American and place higher than we came in, or we were ranked going in as a team. And it really came down to everybody doing their little part. So just focus on what you need to do. And she started us off very well.
She had such tough competition too. Simran Verdi, that girl, she comes in at the very end, and her warm-up vault is higher than all the other vaulters.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's extremely talented, and Liz dealt with her very well, I think.
Oh, she did. And Liz doesn't get rattled by a competition. She always welcomes competition. She always has. So she was very confident going in and really hit all first attempts until the height she went out. So she really had a nice meet.
And she was getting really emotional talking about the end of her career. And I'm sure looking back on it, you can feel a little bit emotional too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's a gem. I mean, from day one, I knew that she was something special. And to see her career end, it's just, I hate to see her walk out the door. Our seniors are just such a great group overall that there are a lot of shoes to fill. So.
Well, we had Coach Grammaroso on a little bit earlier and talked a little bit about what Travis Morrison, he was double shifted with the 10K and the 5K. Megan Costanzo goes through the exact same thing, has a great 10K. She finishes 3rd overall. But in the 5K, it's tough to find that extra gear when you need it so badly in a distance race. But she just ran a 10K. Still, she dealt with it pretty okay.
She did great, actually. Really, we knew her 10K was her best event, even though ranking-wise it didn't show that way. Going in, we knew that was really her best event. In the 5K, there were a ton of women that were fresh, hadn't raced yet, so we knew that going in, too. So we really put it into that 10K. She loves that race, and I think she surprised some people, but not us.
And it's not surprising to me, especially because it seems every week we read about her, she's beating her personal best time again and again. What does it take to keep beating it? And every time she beats it, it's not by like a little bit. It's always by 10, 15 seconds. She's
the same as a whole group that went to Nationals. They welcome competition. They, when you're around people that are as good or better than you, maybe on paper, they all tend to elevate themselves, and she's been has handled the pressure really well. This group I've taken to some different meets this year, some Division I types of meets, getting them quality competition that they maybe haven't seen before to prepare for Nationals, and they all really utilize those opportunities to be able to excel at the national championships.
Are we? Is the rain going to be a problem?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is coming down.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Really hard.
Wow.
Well, at least we're not flying today.
Yeah. Oh, when we were in the air yesterday, we saw some rain on the window, so that kind of.
Yeah. I saw that too when we were landing. I'm like, oh crap.
I'm still pretty new to flying.
Yeah.
And it was kind of scary for me.
Yeah.
I still am not
a big flyer.
No.
Yeah. I don't love the landing time, but I just kind of don't pay attention then.
The takeoff and the landing are obviously the worst parts.
Yeah.
And we had a guy that was just making the sharpest turns in the air.
Who'd you guys fly through?
It was U.S. Airways.
Okay.
It felt like we went through a million different flights. We were supposed to fly American Airlines, but we never ended up boarding an American Airlines flight.
Wow.
It was U.S. Airways and United.
Yeah.
Unbelievable time.
Yeah. That's the hard part about. They ran a really good track meet up there. They did a really good job, but getting there and back, it was harder. Like not a lot of hotels, not a lot of places to eat. The things that just make things simpler for teams when they come in. And the flights, there aren't many options. So
But the nice thing is it was basically off farm.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It was pretty, and there was animals everywhere. And
where'd you guys stay? What town?
It was in what was the town called? Fort Drum.
Oh, no idea.
We were by a military base, so it made me feel more safe.
Yeah,
But-
we were up on the border basically, Augustenburg, which is cool. Like literally, our cabin was because we were more in a lodge, and we had one huge, like 10 rooms. They were all just the women in one big. It was like hotel rooms, but it was like a big, huge lodge, and our section was facing the water, so we were right on the St. Lawrence River.
So you had a nice view then.
Yeah, it was cool. That was nice.
We definitely did not. But the nice thing is we passed this place. It was this tiny little place. The sign said open since 1946.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to say?
They're debating whether or not
To keep going?
to. All right, we're gonna give it a go.
We're going to keep going? Okay.
So just you take it from the last question,
Oh, crap.
or from the next question,
Okay.
and then
What were we talking about last?
We just had about Megan and like putting it with a 10 and coming
right.
back, but she had a really big 10K. Yeah.
I know what I was going to ask. Okay.
And then there'll be about 3 minutes. So and then we're still rolling. So whenever you,
Okay.
Okay.
So whenever I'm ready?
yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right, so that's through with day one. Then we get to day two, a very light day for really all the teams involved. But we have Lena Baker that day making things happen. Her second All-American title. I think she had a great day.
She did. She had some really consistent throws going on in the competition itself. She actually has a foot injury, so she hasn't competed since conference. We just want to be careful with it so she could throw at nationals. And she really put things together very well, really focused on the process and got out there and really competed in a great field of throwers.
And she had to deal with Giselle Klotz. So did Ebony Stallworth.
Yeah.
And Ebony really came out flying, won another All-American title.
Yeah, and she actually made it in her last throw in the prelims. She really pulled it together and really focused in on, again, the process and getting it done, and had a big throw to get into prelims, and then had several throws over 14 meters, so really had a great finish to her career.
And then, so basically throws, I mean, that's a big highlight of the whole weekend. Throws always seem to be a really strong suit for you, and I think it kind of showed through at Nationals, didn't it?
Yeah, and we actually have grown into that place as a team. We've really developed overall. I mean, if you really look at the meet, we had 7 events covered, and we had the throws, the jumps, which is pole vault, the hurdles, distance, relays. We really had everything. So it was really exciting to be able to have a very dynamic group of women there.
And you had, in the 4x100, we have a couple guests who can get a little more into the nitty-gritties of that race, but I think what I want to get from you is looking at Renfro, Rohr, Olsen, Gant. They seem to be a very tight-knit group. They really seem to care about each other. You saw it after the race, the big hugs afterward.
Yeah.
I think that speaks to the team cohesion, not just from them, but overall.
Yeah, they really have strong synergy as a group. They really trust each other. And really, when you look at going into the meet, Madison was the only one in an open event. And for our women to place fourth with a school record and really very, very strong time was really exciting. I had some coaches saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys did that." And I said, it all comes down to team synergy. They really trust each other, and they've been working together for 2 years, and they really put it together.
And it showed in the final standings, 6th place, the best in your tenure, 2nd best of all time. Throughout the season, you had all these split squads, and it seemed the goal was to put them into split squads, give them the best competition possible, and really ready for outdoor nationals. And it turned out it worked perfectly, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, I look at keeping our team together as being very important. But when you actually look at each person and where they are and growing as an athlete, you have to put them in the best situation to be as competitive as possible. And you're still keeping the team in mind. So you may split the squad on some meets, but what that does is make them prepared for championship season, whether it's conference championships or the national championships. Having them all come home All-Americans is really exciting, but they treated it like any other track and field meet. We said, every meet's a championship meet from January to the end of May, and the track is a track, so just get out there and compete, and they did.
It certainly did, and it was great to see it all season long, and great to have you on again today.
Thank you very much.